All right, let's see if we can pull it all together.
I believe, Ferris. I imagine like seats either side and the skirt running around the front of the seats.
Right.
And then I imagine huge, large format tiles flanking the back of the seats either side of the fireplace. And then wall sconces, so it looks like it's somewhere you'd sit and have a sherry or a port. And then bookshelves to have hanging plants and books that you read while you're drinking your port. And then the shelves will finish at picture rail, and then up and over the top of the chimney, the little sort of beautiful Tribeca white brick tiles.
Rightio. Sounds like a plan. So large format tiles either side.
Correct. I have concerns about order of all this. Because there's so many different trades involved in that. And so plasterers involved, you guys are involved, tilers are involved, the fireplace specialists are involved.
Look, I think you're right, because it comes back to the boys framing it out, and if we're using large format tiles, everything needs to be as square as possible, so you don't see it running out.
Nothing is square in here.
So what they'll have to do is frame the walls out plumb as best they can, and then especially that the fireplace actually isn't on a perfect foundation and leans to the left a
So
little
lean
bit.
that way.
About 10-15 mil, but you can't see it, but
Okay.
once we put a level on. So we then need to make sure when the tiler tiles the front of it that all the tile lines or grout lines line up. Which then brings us back to where do we start from the floor?
That's what I mean. Where do we start? What do we do first on it? Because
So
it's just so involved.
I think build the seats
Yep.
and the bulkheads
Yep.
first. I render over the tiles because they're that old and they might fall out.
Over the brick.
Over the brick.
Yeah.
Over the brick, sorry, not the tiles.
So we'll seal them,
Yep.
render them, and then tile on top of it.
Yep. So
Okay.
probably frame out and do your lounge chairs at the bottom,
Yep.
or lounge seats. And are we just going to repaint the old timber?
Yeah, I think I'm going
Mantle?
to keep the mantle. I think I'm going to try and, love it up. And I think for me, that's probably one of the most damaged parts, a bit like bedroom 2. So I want to see if we can make it shine like we made bedroom 2 shine.
All right, let's see if we can pull it all together.
I believe, Ferris. Bench seats either side of the fireplace were purely to increase the seating capacity. It's not a large living space by modern standards, and I wanted to get as much room as possible to get bottoms on seats. Oh yeah, it is time to start talking about the chimney, and it is in total disrepair. So I'm going to muck in first and get a sealer onto these bricks before Andrew comes in behind me and he's going to render it up. That's certainly not something I'm going to take on myself, but without sealing it and without rendering it and giving a reasonably cohesive flat surface, the amazing Tribeca white tiles that I'm going to be putting on there just are not going to stick. We've got a short time frame in front of us, and we have multiple trades that need to be working on this fireplace wall. And so instead of getting one trade in to finish everything, I actually need to alternate the trades in and out so that we can work together on a good time frame. The gorgeous in-trim skirting boards, door trims, and picture rails and chair rails are going to continue into this space as well. It's one of the great ways that you can actually provide continuity and a really cohesive design to a space is to continue the same mouldings throughout. Similar to in spaces 1 and 2, so the front 2 rooms, these were adhered to the walls with an adhesive as well as some little nails. And it's now time to install the crown jewels into this room with hunter lining projects, all men on deck, because these guys are not only heavy, but they are truly an artesian art to hang. So if you're ever wanting to hang some real plaster cornices, make sure you check with your gyprockers before you do so, because it's not something that everyone wants to tackle. But I must admit, these guys have embraced it as bread and butter. Now, if I talk about the cornices as the crowns for the queen of this room, I'm not sure what to call the ceiling rose. Maybe it could be the diamond at the top. Now with this ceiling rose, I have gone super simple in its profile. I've wanted to make it as timeless as possible, not too embellished, but a way to echo the recurring lines that are in the cornices and to give it just a really simplistic, classy look. As you can see, I could not be more excited about the large format tiles that are coming in, and I really wanted to show you the many ways that you can use tiles in your living spaces. Now these are from Beaumont Tiles, their slab tile range, and they are a gloss in a white onyx finish. And I am crushing on the soft light greys and the organic pattern that is in here. To be cut down to fit the height, and one full slab is going to be placed in the center at either side of the fireplace, and then a little thin slither either side that once we've put in a matching grout, you are not going to see.
Is spectacular, Andrew.
That's good. That's what I like to hear.
Oh my God, I'd hug you if you weren't tiling.
Sponge.
Oh my God!
Good, doesn't it?
Oh my God! Oh!
One side done, now for the other side. This week is all about flipping things around and the order of things around, as sometimes you just have to do. So I bumped forward the spray painting as I really want to get the spray painting done before the floors. So I've got Dan from Newy Paint Crew in, and man, he makes it look easy, doesn't he? But I tell you what, he has been taping, gapping and spray painting for a really long time. So I'm going to leave him to it.
What's left to do? There is so much left to do. There's wallpaper, there's finishing the painting, there's the lighting, there's the flooring, there's finishing the fireplace, and then furnishing and styling. So there's a lot to do, but I have faith in the team and I have faith in me, and we can get it done in a week.
Thanks for tuning in. Now make sure you're following me on Instagram for all my latest design and renovation inspo. You can find me at Naomi Findlay Official. See you soon.